Drama queen, you're in the right place. Whoa.
Trigger warning, we discuss trauma.
Yes.
We discussed trauma and Jojo Siwa. Everybody, welcome back to
The bathroom gossip.
episode 5, even though for us it's episode 6, but and the crowd goes, oh my god, I should edit in like clapping.
No, I just clapped.
I like whatever, loop it. No, the lore. I don't know. I'm like obsessed with that word. The lore of the unreleased episode that we filmed.
Oh. Wait, what about that?
I said this is like welcome to episode 5, but it's really 6 for us.
Oh yeah, technically I guess it would be 6.
Even like when I'm like editing, even like when I like told you how I was like editing like the audio clips for like Spotify and stuff, like I have to like rename things, and I'm like for episode 4, which did not air, but the true episode 4 that we filmed or whatever.
A mess.
The way that I had to like rename it to like not episode 4, and then the one that I actually posted was like the actual episode 4, like the way I had to name it on my computer, so I knew the difference between them. But one day we might release it.
Could you imagine if you would have accidentally posted that one instead?
I mean, it popped off a little, but it didn't.
That one was because like
it was
so many things had to be cut that I couldn't like finish watching it because every like 2 minutes it was like skipped and then skipped. It was so
and then, dude, at one point we started playing a fucking game.
We started playing a card
We were
game.
like losing our mind. Like Courtney's phone died. We didn't buy the right microphones, like because I got a new phone, and then while we were waiting for Courtney's phone to charge, we started using my phone. And without the microphones, we started playing a game of like getting to know each other.
My phone was probably charging for 40 minutes, but I didn't realize I plugged it into an outlet that wasn't even working. And we were just sitting there like looking at the card games, and then finally I realized like, okay, let me try plugging it in somewhere else, and it turned on immediately.
We were like, oh, this would be a really good idea if we like play a game.
Yeah.
It was not cute.
It was
like stupid. It's like we're like, let's play like get to know each other game, and it's like
it's
not
called,
even.
What was it called?
I don't.
Hot seat.
That was so embarrassing.
You know what we should play? Sometimes I do forget that I have board games.
Battleship?
I have Battleship and I have Sorry.
I've never played Sorry. I don't really. Is that the?
I haven't played it in a long time.
We have to press it.
No, that's Trouble. Oh my god, I love that game.
Wait, then what's Sorry?
Sorry is like when you have those little like stick things and you slide it.
I don't know. I've never played it.
All of a sudden, it just cuts to us.
I'm like, wait, now I know what it is. I'm sorry. I've never played Sorry. I played like I would do card games like with my grandpa when I was a kid. Like we would do. He literally
Rummy is fun.
Okay, maybe I didn't play card games. I didn't play that. I would do like War. Did you ever play War?
Yeah, I played War with my grandma. Something about like our elders and like card
games. It is. It's really cute. And I hope. Do you think the youth still plays like card games with their like elders at all? You think like do your nephews and stuff? Do they play, or nieces and nephews? Do they play with your
honestly?
dad?
I don't think so. I should get my dad. I should tell my dad he should teach them because
I think they would enjoy it.
Yeah, and he taught. I mean, I guess this is kind of close. He taught 2 of them how to play chess.
Ooh,
which is probably, I feel
one.
like chess is probably more advanced than card games, so
It
he's
is.
probably good.
That's the next step. Or like poker. Like I
never really, I know some poker games, but I feel like I don't know all of them.
Like I don't even know. What do you mean poker? Poker's just by itself, or is like what do you mean?
When you're
like
playing,
a casino?
When you're playing poker, there's like different games that you play.
Is there? I didn't know.
But there's, my dad's taught us night baseball. There's day baseball.
I've never heard of these.
What is that other one? There's like 7. Blackjack. There's
is that
like,
poker?
Yeah, I think poker is like, I don't think it's not like a specific game. It's just like poker is betting
gambling.
Chips. Yeah.
Okay.
Or money.
It's poker involves chips, but there's way to play with chips. There's different ways to do it.
There's different card games that you play.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like so like what do they mean when you say like you have a poker face? Because like when you play poker, like you can't like They're like, say that you're not supposed to like show any expressions because then that can like reveal like what cards you have.
And
I
that's
feel
why
like I'd be,
people
like,
like
bad at that.
bluff or whatever.
Yeah, I don't really know what all that means. Like, I remember I had a game on my PS2 where it was like playing poker, but I only played it because you got to customize your character. So I always picked this girl that had really big boobs and blonde hair.
Of course.
And I didn't even know what I was doing in the game, but I just knew that bitch looked so good. She looked so
and
good.
then you found Trisha Paytas.
I always was like,
one.
as a kid, because like even like growing up, like it was so pushed to us, like the blonde, like the like bleach blonde, skinny, big boobs. Like I don't know why I always like loved like just like blonde haired like vixens and stuff. Like I just loved that.
Yeah.
Like Britney Spears, like Paris Hilton, and Pamela Anderson.
I'm obsessed with Britney Spears.
Dude, I hope she's doing well. Truthfully, respectfully.
She hope she's doing.
I hope she's doing well. I genuinely like her and Amanda Bynes and like all that stuff is just like so sad. Like
it is really sad.
Like I was watching like a brief documentary about not like kind of a documentary about like how like the breakdown specifically of like Amanda Bynes. Dude, did you know at one point she like set her dog on fire and like someone like the dog is alive. But she was like on like so many drugs and like her dog was on fire and like this guy like drove by and like was trying to help her and she's like, no, my dog's fine. Like I just need to like rinse him off. So she like there's videos of her like going into a gas station, like running into the gas station and like going into their back room using their like bathrooms and like rinsing him off in the bathroom.
That's crazy.
Like crazy. But like
I mean, like I feel bad for her. Like I mean, at that point,
she's not well. Like,
if that's happening, she should probably be seeing somebody or be in like rehab or something.
I mean, she seems fine now. Obviously, she's for sure on like a lot of like, I think like mood stabilizers and everything. But like,
yeah,
I mean, I think she's fine. Other than her being like, I'm gonna start a podcast. She did a podcast, and then she's like, I'm not doing a podcast anymore. I'm gonna start doing nails. Or did you see how she was like, I'm going to start wearing wigs, you guys. And then the next video, she's like, yeah, so I'm not doing wigs anymore because I just don't like them. So I'm going to start wearing extensions because I just feel like they're better for me.
I just love how matter of fact she is. At least she's like...
I like how she's like, you know what? I didn't like that and I'm changing my mind. Like, period.
Like she's... I mean, at least she's trying it.
Yeah. Like, if it were me, I'd be like, no, I have to stick to it. Like, this is my thing. I'm like, I can't go back on what I'm doing. That has to be
your thing for like a month.
Who else isn't well? Jojo Siwa, not well.
I don't see. I kind of did have like a lot of okay. So she was on the Cancel podcast, and like when I watched that one was like
that was like a while ago. Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't watch that one.
Through that, I kind of did like. I mean, I never really didn't like her, but like that made me like her like more. But
was she still wearing bows at that point, or was she already like phasing that out?
I think she was phasing out because
that was like the in between.
Yeah, but then like after that was when they I think found out about Colleen.
Yeah,
I just like I don't know why I kind of just have a soft spot for her, and I think it's just because she's so young.
I mean, no, that's fair, and she does like she presents still like very young,
and she gets that she's like being crazy in a way.
I think
like,
she's trolling. I don't think she's like, being serious.
Like I feel like she is, but then again, I don't. But like I feel like I don't know. I just kind of like feel bad for her because, like Trisha always says, I feel like she hasn't comprehended what she's gone through as a child.
Well, and also too, like I can't imagine like being like a kid on TV. You're like put into this box now where you have to wear bows all the time. So now that's your thing. And now you have a character, even though like you're just being you. Like, I feel like it's one thing if you're like playing a character and like you have a different name, but like her name is literally JoJo. So like she's just being herself. And now that became a character while she was growing up. So I don't think she had like a time to really like develop and to figure out like who she is when it's just like her, which is why like now she was like, I'm going to start wearing chains and wearing grills and wearing a backwards hat. So now that means that she's like, I don't know what that means, that she's growing up. And then all of a sudden now she's like entering this like, what is she, her bangers era? I'm like, girl, you could never be bangers.
And Tina said, did you do perks?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. That was funny.
Like, I mean, maybe. I feel like she had to. Well, maybe she hasn't. I don't know if she's done drugs.
She's like so energetic and crazy herself that I feel like she does not need that.
No,
I feel like they would do the opposite effect. I feel like they would mellow her out.
Yeah, and then I feel like that's what like the spiraling, because I asked you before, like, if you think she's trying, you're like, oh well, I think it's like a little bit here and there, like, but she's also like spiraling. But like, yeah, I feel like if she was like attached to drugs, I feel like that would be like causing her to like spiral. Because now I think she's just like her like crying in her car, like that's just like playing into it. I think like if I was JoJo, I think that's what I would be doing.
Yeah,
I'd be like, oh yeah, let me like play this up.
I mean, because like she got caught with the fact that song's not hers.
That's not hers. She's coming out with another song that's like not hers.
But like, it makes me wonder if she knows that it's not hers.
I think so, because like you have to like either like buy a song, like yeah, you can write a song, but I just think she wanted to like do this like quick and was like, oh, genuinely though, this is the part where I don't think she's trolling. I think she probably saw the lyrics. Disgusting. I think she probably saw like the lyrics of the song, and like maybe a producer was like, oh, here's the song we think would be good for you. She probably saw the lyrics of that song and she was like, bitch, this is me.
No, she did, because on what was she just on? Call Her Daddy.
Call Her Daddy.
She literally said, she was like, I heard the first line saying I'm a bad girl and I did bad things, and she was like, I heard that and I knew that was the song. And she said that song was presented to her. So I don't know when or where she said that she wrote it, because in the interview she literally said that it was presented part of the to troll. Her.
Like, LOL, I wrote the song fully knowing that like people can like clock that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, whatever. I mean, honestly, she's the tip of everybody's tongue.
Yeah, she's being talked about. Like if
whatever.
she goes on tour, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I would want to go.
I mean, if she's in the city, baby, I mean, I might be like, girl,
because she is a good performer. Like, I feel like it would be good.
She can dance. Yeah. She can make music with her mouth. I don't want to call her a singer, but she can carry a tune. I mean, more than I could.
She's a performer.
And the makeup, the costumes, baby, it's camp.
Oh my god, it is. And like, I feel like her merch would be really cool.
Who's her ex? Because
I don't know. I
don't know what she looks like.
I've seen one, but I don't know her name.
Multiple?
No, I've seen one.
Oh,
I know she's dated two girls, two guys. She said
she's dated guys.
Yeah.
No way.
But that was like, I think before
when she started
younger. Yeah, popping off. But she's only dated two girls. I've seen one of them. I don't know her name.
Who's the top and who's the bottom?
I think JoJo said that she was a...
Really? I feel like she would be a top.
She gives it, but then...
She gives it?
She kind of gives, like,
she gives top, but...
But she... I mean, she could... Maybe she's like verse, because she said that she's into, like, a more masculine woman.
That's true. I mean, and even like in like the Crown music video, like she was like on the top and then she was like being rolled around.
So it's kind of giving that she is verse. And she was on top and then she was on bottom.
No, I mean, I could see her being verse. I mean, I don't know, for like lesbians, like it's kind of hard for me to like tell, because I feel like girls are just so like whatever about things. Like I feel like they're just like, sure, like I can do whatever you want.
Either, I think most of them.
Meanwhile, with like guys, it's like, no, I'm only this, and I will never be anything else. Like it's just like, okay, girl, and then like they get with one guy, and now all of a sudden they're like, actually, I'm a bottom now. Like da da da. Like whatever, work. Cute.
I'm cute.
They're not gonna hear that. I don't make any noise. Listen,
I with the candy wrapper last episode.
That actually wasn't too bad. Actually, I think that was like ASMR. There was a guy on a TikTok live updates.
I was trying to look at TikTok lives, and none of them are like interesting.
Girl, TikTok live. There was this one guy who was. It was freaking me out so bad. He put whipped cream shaving cream. Whipped cream. Common mistake.
Yummy.
He put shaving cream all over a big ass mic. It's disgusting. It sounded crazy. Low key, I could see how people like get like, I don't want to say like get off, but like get tingles, I guess, from it. Cause it was, but it wasn't, it was like making me cringe though. It was like freaking me out like bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Some of them are like interesting to listen to, but it doesn't like give me any tingles.
Have you seen the girl or the individual who, I think a couple people do this, where it's like a big like soup but it's just like it's like soap, and then it's like a bunch of like balls and like glass balls. And
No,
stuff.
you're on like
And
a
they're, like,
weird ass
stirring
side
it.
of TikTok.
I know I am on a very specific side of TikTok. The people doing like the jewelry unboxings, I'm obsessed with them. I don't know why, because they're just so like bitchy. They're like, hey guys, I'm just like, yes,
Bitch
like
talk.
bitch talk. Yeah, no, angel talk, baby. I'm so into like this angel era. The other day at work, I told everybody I was so irritated. I was like, I was so irritated. I was like, I just want to let you guys know I am a fallen angel today. I am entering devil territory. I'm like, but I'll provide updates. I said I'll provide updates on if I reach full devil, but I didn't.
Lucifer.
At the end of the night, I was like, okay, like I was only a little bit of a demon, but I did not reach devil status. Everybody was like, whatever. But
they're like, speak for yourself.
No, I'm such an angel all the time. And it's so easy for you and all your little friends to be like, Christopher this, Christopher that, da-da-da-da, Christopher's the meanest, Christopher's the bitches, Christopher's the most evil.
Because he is.
And then when you really dig deep, you find out the truth that I am the sweetest. The most supportive, the kindest.
I'm the sweetest.
The most wise beyond belief.
I am definitely the nicest.
Genuinely, and I'm not even being delusional, I genuinely think I'm the nicest out of everybody in our friend group. Genuinely.
I don't think you are.
I genuinely think so. Am I crazy?
Well, I guess we're in Delululand tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, maybe not the nicest, but like I'm like up there. I'm nicer than you.
No, you're not. I'm nicer than you.
Under what and under what circumstances?
All of them?
No way.
Yeah.
No, I'm the most forgiving. I'm the most loving. I'm the most helpful.
Loving?
Yes.
In
down.
what aspect?
Hands down, the best. Most loving.
That's just not true.
I feel like people can tell that I care a lot about them usually. I feel like there's like no like guessing with me. I feel like usually people can tell.
guess all the time.
He's made 40 fat jokes about me.
Yes, he has. We have notes together and he's called me fat multiple times.
You said I'm related to Putin.
I feel unsafe whenever I'm with him.
Not true. No. I am the sweetest and I don't know. Now everybody has their bad days, not gonna lie. But
I will
whatever lie you were just about to spew, the microphone didn't even let you fucking say it.
Hold on.
Whatever falsehood was about to fly out of them lips.
On. I was gonna say, I will admit, I have a lot
of attitude.
I do. I am probably the moodiest.
Down.
But
down.
I can't control that. It just happens.
Yes, you can. Just don't do it.
I can't.
There are times that I'm moody. I just don't talk to anybody.
Okay, well, that's what I do.
Or I like make fun of myself for being moody. I'm like, I'm being a brat today. I'm being a demon. I'm being crazy today. And I'm trying not to be.
I'm nice by letting people know. I'm like, I'm in a bad mood.
Okay, but that's not
I'm not
cute to say. If you're going to be in a bad mood, you have to say it cute. Christopher, if I'm in a bad mood, I'm not going to be able to say it like that. Well, I want you to. Because that's the standard of our friendship. This is
you being mean.
It's not even being mean. I'm telling you.
This is you being mean and not being loving whatsoever.
I'm telling you what's going to benefit you. It's not being mean. It's being like.
It's being rude. It's being mean. It's being obnoxious. It's being a hater. It's being hateful. Did you drink some haterade this morning?
Probably.
I drink haterade a lot lately. I've been so grumpy, but I think it's like I wanted to blame the weather so bad,
girl,
but like it was so nice out, and I was still mad.
Yeah, that sun's glimmering outside, and this bitch is stressed about something.
I don't know why.
This bitch is pressed about something.
Don't know what's going on.
I don't know either. I think you have an attachment to your dog. And you get nervous when you're away from her too long.
I mean, I do, but like,
that's usually, I get it.
It's not like that
kind of.
That doesn't put me in a bad mood though. Like, it's not because I'm not with her. It's just like I don't know. It's like
I
the worst.
swear to God.
It's like the worst it's ever been, like the past 2 months. Like I've just been so moody.
No, I think it was like, no, I don't think the last 2 months. I'll tell you when.
I'll tell you when.
It was like, I would say like November to February.
I mean, I'm still going through it.
No, I think you're slaying now.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me how I feel.
Tell me
how I should feel.
Feelings are not facts.
Because this past week I've been so moody.
I think you've been like unserious.
It's like every other day. I'm like in a bad mood. Like today I was fine. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna be pissed. And tomorrow's my dad's
snap
birthday
out
party.
of it. I mean, I get in like bad moods every now and then, but I'm just like, I don't know. I just think I'm like, okay, I'm 25. I don't want to look back on being 25 for being moody.
That would ruin my mood instantly. Me just thinking, yeah, I'm 25.
Yeah, well, I'm just like, I'm 25. Like, I'm sitting here mad about something that is like stupid. Although sometimes, though, when you're in a bad mood, you don't even know why you're in a bad mood. You're just in a bad mood.
Exactly.
But then I just like get mad at myself for being in a bad mood, so I like snap out of it that way. Because I'm like, Christopher, you want to know the tea, baby? And I tell people this all the time. You have to choose happiness. You have to choose happiness. You really do. You can't just wake up happy. I mean, I used to wake up smiling, but that was, I'm not sure what that 6 months was about in my life. It actually was probably like a whole like year. I would wake up. It was right after a breakup. For like a whole year after my breakup, I would wake up like not every day, but I'd wake up with like a smile on my face. Like crazy.
You're crazy.
Like, what is that about?
Wait, and this is what else he would say. He said, I go to sleep thinking about something, and then when I wake up, I finish my thought. Or you're like still thinking about it.
I would go to bed thinking of a sentence, and as soon as my alarm, or as soon as I'd wake up, I would wake up like finishing the sentence. Like, what is that about?
That's crazy.
And that has to be connected to me like waking up with like a smile on my face. Like, it wouldn't be like crazy, but it would be like it would just be like, and I would feel like so like elated, but then like, I don't know, 20 minutes into me waking up, I'm like immediately like pissed off about something. But I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like, I don't know. I was kind of like that today. Like, I woke up like, I like got like maybe like 3 hours of sleep last night. Not even kidding you.
Ew.
And oh yeah, like literally 3 hours of sleep.
I woke up in the middle of the night and popped a Benadryl and went back to sleep.
Cute, skinny. Do you think medicine has calories? I don't know. I think it does. My vitamins have calories in it.
That's why you're getting fat.
It low key maybe because I take a lot of vitamins. I wonder how many calories are in vitamin C.
Well, I feel like maybe if it's flavored, Christopher, I can't do these straws anymore.
So what are you just about to do with those? Why?
He gave me these straws because he said I needed them, and they keep falling.
Well, because
into
I
my
wanted
cup.
her to look like cute and like silly.
They're literally like this far down in my cup.
Well, maybe you need to get longer straws, honey.
Anyways, let's get back to what the nice friend was saying.
Well, right. So
me.
I don't know what it was about though. Like I would like just like wake up in like wacky moods. Even today, like I woke up like and I did. I tell people at work sometimes I'd be like, I'm in a wacky mood today. Like I don't know what it's about, and I can't control it, and I don't know what's going on. But I think it has to be like a chemical imbalance. Like I just like wake up in like silly moods where I'm just like, I don't know. It's like things that are in my head. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But it's like fine.
Nobody knows what's going on up there because I don't think much is going on up there.
Bitch, coming from you. You say you sometimes just don't have thoughts. You're like, do you ever just like... She's like, I don't have like an internal monologue. Isn't that what you said the one day? You're like, I don't have an internal monologue.
Yeah, sometimes I do, but there are days where like there's nothing going on up there. Like literally my mind's empty. And like it happens at work a lot, and like to the point where I won't even listen to music. I'll just be sitting in silence, like driving all day.
Autopilot.
No thoughts.
I've never had that. I cannot relate to that. I am constantly like, I'm not an overthinker. I do, but like overthinking doesn't stress me out. I'm just like constantly thinking about like just like multiple things.
Exactly why you go to sleep thinking and wake up thinking about the same thing.
But it's like peaceful because like I'll jump from being like, so why do we breathe in oxygen to being like, oh my God, yeah, let me manifest like good health, good hair, like good skin, good this, good that. And then I'll be like, so why did the Titanic really go down? And I'll be like, okay, wait, let me Google that really fast. And then I'll be like, okay, wait, back to manifesting. Like, I don't know.
Sounds like ADHD.
I could be a little bit ADHD, but like when people are ADHD, I don't know. There's probably multiple signs. We are not doctors, but we do know more than you. Is like them, like if you're telling me a story, like me zoning out. I feel like if you're telling me a story, I'd never really zone out. Now there are times that you're talking about something, I'm like, I might not be listening. I'll be like, wait, what did you say? But like
rude, mean.
No, but most of the times though, I'm like in it. I'm listening and I'm catching every single word that you're telling me. There are some times where I feel like I'm like really trying to force myself to like listen, but I don't know. Otherwise, like I'm like pretty like in it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a good listener.
I feel like I am, but I do zone out sometimes, but I'm still like listening to what people are saying.
I can tell when you're zoning out because you'll go like this. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah.
I feel like you could, I don't know if you could tell, but like in our first episode, I was zoning out a lot because I was like so nervous.
No, kind of me too though. Well, maybe a little bit. I don't really know. But sometimes like when you're doing this though, it's like you really like, I don't know, your brain's like going so fast trying to think of like something and it's just like, oh, but not important. What was your year after being broken up with like?
How did we like circle back to this one?
No, because that's what I was thinking about because I said like the year after I broke up I would wake up every single day with a smile on my face. Oh yeah. And that entire year
was complete silence and you said, yeah, so what was the year after you got broken up?
Because that's like I had to get back to it. We got derailed a little bit.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
We were literally just talking about ADHD. I thought somebody just walked into your apartment. Anyway.
Don't ever scare me like that.
I don't know.
I mean, the people upstairs make so much noise. It like
dude,
sounds.
Dude, people upstairs sound like they are fucking right there. Like it is wild. You would think older buildings that they would be like thicker. You would think newer buildings would be like thinner.
Well, I think it is. It's just the fact that we have hardwood floors. I think if it was carpeted, it would be fine.
So, what is the layer of the floor? Is it wood floor and then just air? Like,
and then
just
ceiling,
nothing?
and then my ceiling.
Like, and that's it?
Well, isn't there like that pink fluff insulation?
I was literally about to say styrofoam. The pink fluff. Us working in construction. Imagine if we were like, okay, let's build a house. Where's the pink fluff?
We gotta get the pink fluff.
I'd be like, dude, building a house is crazy. Like, where do you like?
I can't even. I can't even take a second to think about that right now. The blueprint.
Oh, T. No, that's T though. But after the blueprint, then what?
The foundation.
Oh my god!
Wait. I feel like building a house is like putting on makeup.
Maybe the siding, the windows. I mean, I don't know. I mean, painting a wall is kind of like putting on makeup. You need like primer to make it like go on smoother, which is such a scam though.
Primer is a scam. It used to actually make me look like worse.
No, I
just put on moisturizer instead.
I mean, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I even think that makes me look worse. Like it like separates.
Well, you have to like let it sit for like 10 minutes.
No, there's no way. Do you remember when you were with your ex and you wanted to buy a house? I was like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Hold on. I just have to say, Chris and I were going to talk about breakups today. And he just said to me, he said, wait, I know how I'm going to segue back into that.
Into it.
And this is how.
That was good. I think that was good.
That was good, but I was not expecting.
Do you remember when you? I mean, I don't know. I think that was good.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I did. I thought we were gonna like be together forever.
Did you really though?
Yeah, I was down bad, and that was the first time I was ever down bad, and it was so embarrassing to like look back at.
But
I feel like I learned a lot about myself in that relationship.
I mean, but it's probably because like when you're like, I mean, you guys are like low key like living together, so like I feel like that like kind of makes you think that like, oh, this is long term, like we're already living together.
Yeah, he kind of just moved himself in here, and everybody was like, so is he living with you? And I was like, no. And meanwhile, like he literally was like here every single day.
I'd be like, bitch, that man is everything at your house.
Christopher would always call him a squatter.
Wait, did I? I don't remember that. Wait, why do I feel like that entire time of your life, I blacked out. All of that. I don't remember seeing that. Even like the other day when we were with our friends and they were like talking about like that situation, they were telling stories. I'm like, I don't even remember that. And I'm like, whoa. And then it was like, that was a dark time in my life.
That was a dark time in your life.
But like, I was traumatized before you were traumatized, I think.
I know. I honestly feel like we all got some trauma from that.
No, I think so. Especially like
our one friend.
We were traumatized from her relationship too. Like,
oh yeah.
I feel like, especially like, that's how you know if you like have like good friends. If you guys like feel trauma from like each other's like relationships.
Trauma bonding.
It's low key,
yeah. It's crazy because I mean, pretty much all of us were in a relationship at the same time at one point, and now we're all single.
And then I got broken up with, and then she got broken up with, and then you got broken up with.
Well, believe that she initiated it. So it was she didn't get broken up with.
Wait, did you get broken up with? No.
Yeah. Well, okay, to be fair, it was like back and forth.
It was like an agreement. It was like a right. I mean,
yeah, it was on its last leg, like icing on the cake, like I knew that the relationship should have ended, but I was like going through that experience that one does because this was the first time I was like ever in love with someone. Right. And I was like going through the experience of like holding on to like the first like half of our relationship. Yeah.
And like you want to have like those like you want to like that's what it is like that's how you like know a relationship's over because if you're like talking about them and you're only thinking about those moments from like the beginning like mama it's a wrap
and like constantly just like crying. I was literally the most depressed and the most I felt so lonely. Like throughout the last like
saying that
6
like
months.
I felt so alone in a relationship. I'm like that's like kind of crazy. I mean I relate to that because there was like a point in time like when I was like in mine that like like towards the end I was like I'm reaching out, I'm doing this, I'm making the plans, I'm the one initiating all of this. Like there's a point in time where you do start to feel alone.
Yeah, it's like it was bad. But now I feel like I am, aside from the fact I just said I've been moody every other day, I feel like I'm the most happiest and healthiest I've ever been.
And that's the thing too, like in a toxic relationship, that's when like you are at your most unhinged, like rationalizing bad behavior, excusing bad behavior. And it's like everybody does it. That's why it's like I can't even like it's so hard to dog on somebody for being like rationalizing bad behavior because we've all done it. We've all been there. And it's like, I mean, I was in a situation where I was like kind of doing the same thing where it's like, I was like low key cheated on, low key. And it wasn't like so apparent that I was being cheated on, but it was like very like low key. And and I was like, okay, well, they didn't cheat all the way, but it's like, that is like, I should have been out at that point in time, but whatever. I mean, do you think you were cheated on or no? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I do just because I always like thought before I was even in this relationship, it always seemed fishy to me of like how if somebody was so crazy about and accusing you of cheating all the time, then it's like I feel like you're the one cheating on me.
Like deflecting.
And he kind of was, not kind of, he was like that. He would accuse me all the time. And then, like, the last time we officially ended things, he blamed it on the fact that to each their own, I kissed my best friend and she's a girl, and he considered that cheating.
Is that cheating?
Is that cheating?
Wait, I mean, at the time when you were telling us all that, I remember like it being like kind of controversial between like all of us at the time, like because I think some of us were being like, "Oh, that is cheating." Some of us were like, "Oh, it's not cheating." Like,
yeah,
is it cheating? I think at the time, I think I would have said it was, but in this last year or so, I'm like, I genuinely would not give a fuck.
I don't think it is because he would always say like, well, what if I just go kiss like a girl right now? It's like, well,
no, go kiss a guy right now.
Go kiss your best guy friend. I wouldn't care. Like
I guess, but he was maybe coming from a place like that he thought that like she like liked you or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he was. I low key think he was always like jealous of our friendship.
Well, that's also a red flag too. Is like jealous that your significant other and like them like being around like their friends and stuff. Like does become a point in time where like if you're with someone for a while and the older that you get, yeah, you do kind of have to prioritize a relationship sometimes over friends because if you're trying to settle down, get a house, get married, like yeah, you do have to prioritize a relationship over friends when it gets to that point. But like when you're only together for like a year and stuff,
yeah,
like get real.
Like he wanted me to like prioritize him so bad over my friends, and I'm like, you have to like earn that trust, bro. Like we have to like build that. It was so
like
bad.
low-key, I'd rather you be mad at me for not hanging out with you than my friends be mad at me for like I don't know, because it's like especially because people that like you've known for like so long, like it's I don't know, it's kind of silly. What did you say the is emotional cheating? What is that?
Emotional cheating and yeah, I had in here. To what point is it emotionally cheating?
Well, what is emotional cheating? Like texting somebody?
Well,
flirting?
Emotionally cheating, I would say, is like, yeah, just like flirting and like kind of getting like a little too friendly with somebody and like maybe like texting them and like you're thinking about them and wanting to talk to them over like, but you're still with your partner.
See, this is so hard for me now because again, like the older that I get, the more I'm like slowly more disinterested in being in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And like the idea of like an open relationship doesn't really scare me as much as it used to. And not that, but if someone was like, no, I don't want to be in an open relationship, I'd be like fine with that. And like, I don't even think I would bring up to somebody about being in an open relationship. But I don't know, like if they want to like have like someone that they like flirt with, like I'd be like, okay, as long as you like come home to me. I guess I'm more focused on like making sure everybody's safe and making sure that I'm still valued. But if you still want to like flirt around and talk to somebody, that's fine. But as long as I still have value in your life. What does that look like? I don't really know.
Yeah.
It's so situational and so abstract to think about. I honestly don't.
Would you rather be emotionally cheated on or physically?
I think emotionally low key because I'm more concerned about like what if that person had an STD and now I have it.
Yeah,
that's all I care about because that is such a mark of like just like, oh my god, that's putting my health at risk. Like, listen, my mental health is great. It is strong. As I talk about me waking up in the morning smiling, I don't know what that's about. Still trying to figure that out. But Joker, I don't know. But I don't know. I'd rather that than like because I can handle that as opposed to like being like I don't know.
Like the person's already moved on to someone else and they're
like,
still in I feel like that's very heartbreaking is them still staying with you, but they're fully like thinking about wanting to be with somebody else.
Oh my god. I guess
like that would kind of kill me. Honestly, I think I'd rather be physically cheated on.
I know because there's so many excuses for that. Like I was drunk. I was not excuses, but there's so many things that could explain it that would be like less serious.
It's not as deep as emotional.
Yeah, I don't think you can emotionally cheat on someone like as an accident.
Yeah.
I mean, can you hook up with somebody on accident? No, but you can be drunk and you can be under the influence and you can be
it wouldn't hurt me it's gonna hurt me regardless, but like it wouldn't hurt me as bad if it was physical.
I think it would because I'd be like what do they look like? Like I'd be like because I'm so like paranoid about like looks low key. Like I always say like I'm the best, I'm the one, and you'll never find somebody like me. But like I guess when I say that I talk about like more so like my personality, but like with looks, I can be super competitive. And if I think in any way they look better than me, I would like spiral.
Yeah.
And like I think that would like really stress me out. But like emotionally, I'd be like, yeah, okay. Like that nobody
try to find someone better.
Yeah, nobody can flirt the way I can. Nobody can tell a joke the way that I can. Nobody can hold somebody's interest the way that I can.
Yeah.
And that's why I'd be like, I feel like it'd be really hard for someone to do that. But like, that's why like if a guy was like on his phone like in front of me, I literally would not care. Like, are you like the type that's like, oh, I need to like look through the phone?
What do you mean look through the phone?
Like look through their phone?
No.
I've never done
looked
that.
through my phone.
Ooh.
Well, I was in the bathroom, my Snapchat was open. And that's when he started freaking out and extremely accusing me because I added
10 guys on
I added
Snapchat.
someone's brother on Snapchat.
Okay, but why did you add them? Well, they added me.
Well, yeah, like I literally like just met him, and I think I was just like.
So then why did you give out your Snapchat?
I think I was just posting on Snapchat, and he was like, "Oh, add me."
LOL.
I was like, okay.
See, and that's the thing about you is like that's the thing. Like you cannot like I've known you so long that like if I were to hear from like your boyfriend at the time being like, "Oh my god, I can't believe Courtney added this guy on Snapchat," I'd be like, she was probably being so unserious about it. She's probably like, "LOL, add me," like whatever.
Yeah, and it was. Oh my god, I can't. That was.
I know we're
annoying
living trauma.
I'm like getting so mad just thinking about
because
it.
it's like stupid, like because you genuinely weren't doing anything.
And like on top of that, like I had his number too. I think I gave him mine.
The guy you added on Snapchat.
Like the night before, like we got each other's Snapchats. And I literally texted him and said, like, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but like I do have a boyfriend. And he said, like, oh, okay, like, yeah, I didn't know, but like thanks for telling me. But that guy
clearly liked you though.
Yeah. And so the next day, like, whatever, like added each other on Snapchat. And then he saw that I added him. And do you remember, you were here, we were all on the phone, he was blowing at my phone, like freaking out at me. And then I sent him a screenshot of me texting that guy that, and then switch flipped. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm still wearing your bracelet.
Ooh, like, this goes back to the last episode. Stay away from those insecure men, those boys. Like, and I feel like there is so many like early signs of stuff like that too. Like, just like the constant reassurance, or like even like bringing up at the beginning of like a relationship, like talking about like, so like needing like a phone password. Like, luckily I've never been in a relationship where somebody's asked me for my password. Yeah, I would say absolutely
aside from like maybe like changing songs, but like it was never to like go through my phone.
There is nothing on my phone, but there is just like, bro, I have things in my notes app that don't make sense, but I don't want people to see them.
No, I have see.
Low key, my phone is kind of crazy. Like some of the things, I have crazy screenshots of things. Like it is a diary, and it is low key shady. Like I've just like random zoomed in pictures of people's faces on my camera roll. I don't want people to see that. Like that's just for me to look at and just be like, LOL, this is funny.
I know. Like, the other day, somebody was like, he like took my phone. He was just like fucking around for a second, and he was like, you're not gonna freak out that I took your phone because it was unlocked. I was like, no. Even though I kind of was freaked out, but I didn't want him to think that because then I felt like he would start snooping.
Searching, trying to find things. Dude, yeah. No, you do not have to look far on my phone. Listen, if you ever get my phone, go to the notes app. You'll see some crazy ass notes in there. Things that don't even like make sense.
Why am I not surprised?
I'm pretty sure I have like a notes that just like says like LOL.
Mad that day?
No, actually.
You were so mad that day. You just wrote in your notes LOL.
No, that's what I do. Like if I get like frustrated about something, because like I am the type of person like because I will overthink about something. Will it stress me out? No, but I have to get it off of my head. So I'll either like write something down and like throw it away, or I'll like write it in my notes app and I just like have it so I can low key so I can look back at it and like laugh about it. I have so many notes in my phone and so many screenshots of people's selfies.
So yeah, I do have a lot of screenshots. It's bad. That's like what half of my camera roll is.
Dude, I know. I feel like you have like fucking homework from high school screenshots in there.
For sure. I have like old schedules.
From like places you don't even work in anymore. Like LOL, just in case. Like
just in case they call me on one day.
Because it is like memories. It's like, oh, I used to work there.
I know, I kinda like looking back at it and I'm like, oh my god, like I forgot about this person.
Dude, and that's what's crazy. Like imagine like living back in the day where it's like you don't have a phone, so like how do you like
how did you
really
know
have to
go to
savor
work?
The moment? Oh. How do you know when to go to work? How did they like really like they really had to like savor the moment? Like I always say this, like if I was born in the 1800s, I think if I saw a firework in the 1800s, I'd be like, oh, I need to take a picture of this. No matter what.
Oh, I think you would think that's a bomb.
I'm like, yo, get down. Like, no, or if I like was like born like the 1920s, I feel like I genuinely would be like, who like Snapchatted me? Like I feel like I would like be still like thinking like that. No matter what. Even though it didn't exist. I'd be like,
you're like insane.
No, I'm not.
That's nothing new.
What do you mean? Have you ever cheated on somebody? I haven't. I've never cheated.
Some may say I have emotionally cheated. Not in the last one.
Oh, right.
The one before him.
Hopefully no eligible bachelors want to watch it. Well, okay, but she's like not though. I would not classify Courtney as a cheater.
No, like
Courtney's just flirty.
I am, and I mean I kind of did.
I just think both both of us are just like naturally flirty people, but like unserious. Like we're just like being like, oh really?
Well,
no way.
No, like I did.
Oh.
Thanks for trying to save me.
I know,
but I did. And I definitely got my karma.
Karma's a bitch.
I should have known better. But like also like I just don't really think I was into the guy as much as I thought I was that I was dating at that time. He was a good guy, but I just don't really think we had like chemistry.
All you did was like go on a date though. Not to downplay it, but like,
I mean we dated.
I don't know.
For like a month.
I just like traditional like relationships anymore. Honestly, it's just like it's so draining. Like to ask somebody to be in your life or to ask somebody to be a part of your life forever, I just feel like it's so selfish.
That's kind of what freaks me out is that like I go into every relationship like scared of the fact that I might be with this person for the rest of my life.
That's like no.
It kind of like freaks me out. But then like it's like okay, well then I'm not gonna date because like
everybody
commitment
wants that.
Freaks me out. And then
but is it it's just like I don't know, like I just like don't want to be like I guess it is commitment, but it's like I don't think there's anything wrong with being like I don't want to be like tied down. And I feel like people can spin it and be like, oh, we just want to like be a slut and like hoe around. Like that's not even what it's about. It's just like I need my independence and like I don't want anything to jeopardize that. And that's what I'm so afraid of is like not something jeopardizing that. And like I'm protecting my peace. Like respectfully, I'm protecting my peace and don't come at me with some bullshit.
What's your most toxic trait in a relationship?
That's a hard one. It's really hard for me to be like, oh, my most toxic trait is this.
Are you like jealous?
Yeah, maybe jealousy. I do. Yeah, I guess I do get jealous really
Jealousy
easily.
can be I feel like it's not a bad thing though. It depends on like how you show it.
Yeah,
because some people are a little too extreme, but like some jealousies I feel like kind of healthy because it's like, oh well, like
they care. Yeah, no, and I feel like that's what mine is. I don't even get like super super jealous, but like I can, but I don't know. I feel like if anything, mine might be like I feel like it's toxic for me that I'm like this. Is that like I will be the first one to be like I got the bill, or I'll be the first one to be like I'll pay for it, or I'll be the first one to be like I'll buy you this. Like I will always be the first one to say that because I just don't want it to be like awkward.
Yeah, you've talked.
So I'll always be the first one to be like, I got the bill, I'll do this, and then I get taken advantage of because like I'm doing stuff like that, and like I feel like that is a toxic trait because I'm not allowing for myself to be like taken care of or like pampered, like because I just don't want to be like put in an awkward position. So like to avoid the awkwardness, I'm like, okay, I'll do it, and then like now they're like relying on me like fucking pay for shit because they are a baby and that they didn't know how to be a fucking man and be like, okay, no, I'll pay for it. I got this. I'll be like, I'll never forget the one situation I was in. I paid for breakfast. I paid for lunch. We went shopping. I paid for one of their things because again, we were both at the same store. I paid for, and I was being nice. I was like, oh, just put on my transaction. We went out to dinner that night too. I thought that he was going to pay for dinner. Tell me why this motherfucker was like, oh, we can split it. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I'd be so
I'm like, we're in a relationship. I so badly wanted to be like, do you know how many things I just paid for today? But that sounds like being a brat. But like, normalize that. Normalize being like, what the fuck? But I'm confrontational and I'll like voice my opinion. But in a relationship sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm going to spare the confrontation because I'm not gonna split the small stuff, but like
you gotta pick and choose battles.
But low key, that is a battle that I wanted to pick because it's like, are you kidding me? Disgusting. Or like I remember that same person was also. If you have an issue relationship, I'm the big person to be like, you better call that shit out within 2 days. If you have an issue with me in a relationship, call it out within 2 days. And I told that to this person, and they were like, well, no, sometimes you have to think about it. And so let me bring up something that happened a month ago and tell you why it bothered me, because I have to process the information. I'm like, are you a fucking, what do you mean? You're not a computer. Like, what do you mean?
Forget. I'd be like,
are you AI? What do you mean you have to process it? You should just react to it.
Yeah.
And I get it. I don't need you to like react, come in hot, whatever. But like, if I'm frustrated about something in a relationship, I'm either calling it out in the moment because I'm an adult and I can speak my opinions in a controlled setting. I'm not going to raise my voice. Am I going to be frustrated? Yeah. And literally what I say is, I'm mad about this and I'm going to explain why. Mm-hmm. I think that's the normal way to voice your opinion and voice something in a relationship. This boy wanted to be like, well, I need to process the information. I want to make sure I have everything collected. Like, that's way too premeditated. And I feel like it's an interview. That's not genuine. You're thinking out what you want to say carefully because you're afraid of what I'm going to say to you. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Speak your mind in the moment or I'm not listening.
It's kind of weird because I'd be like,
I would never be like, well, 2 months ago, you said this, and here's how I feel about it now. Excuse me? Back the fuck up. No way.
Yeah.
That's like lame. Like,
well, because
honestly,
like,
that's lame.
You guys could have literally squashed it like right then and there. Why
because
is he holding
a lot
on
of the times,
to it?
I've said this before
That's
too.
how you grow resentment is if you don't say it right away.
That's what I was gonna say. But also too is like when I'm like saying like, okay, I'm mad about this and let me explain why. Usually by the end of it, by me explaining why, I'll usually be like, okay, I'm kind of over it now that I said it. Like, I'm low-key over it. Like, it's just like, I just needed to get it off my chest. It's not that I'm trying to argue. It's not that I'm trying to fight. It's just I just need to say it so that I'm not thinking about it anymore. Like, I'm not trying to fight with you. Like, it's just like, I need to say this because it bothered me.
Yeah.
I think it's more attractive when someone's like, I'm pissed off and I'm going to tell you what's up.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, okay, what's up? Like, tell me.
Right. I like that more. Just get to the point.
Just get to the point, bro. Like, yeah, you can tiptoe a little bit. Like, you don't have to be mean. But, like, if you tell me you're pissed off at me, like, I'm receiving that information better than if you're like, okay, so I've thought things over and this and that. I'm like, girl, I'm already out. No, my ears immediately sunk into my head like an innie belly button. I don't want to fucking hear it. Like, oh my ears fell off my head. Like, I'm out. Earmuffs, AirPods grow from my fucking skull. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I thought things over and here's what I've decided. I don't care. Nobody asked. Nobody asked. I'm out. I don't care. It's real. Communicate with me like a normal person.
Every time I would always like text about why I was mad.
Girl, and I don't like that either. I'm
I know so he didn't like that. I mean, there was some stuff like obviously we did talk about stuff in person, but sometimes like we just didn't really see each other that often. So like but like also it's like when I think of something, I have to like just say it.
That's true.
I can't wait.
As opposed to being like, hey, let me call you. I have to tell you something. Like, which, okay, whatever. But sometimes I'm like, I don't know. But I guess like a text is fine. Like, whatever.
At least I'm not waiting 2 weeks. You're wearing the necklace we got from Hilton Head.
Yep. And the ring, Courtney, that you got.
He only wears that ring whenever he's by me.
That is not true. Courtney got me this ring for...
It's an engagement band, by the way.
You got me this for my birthday or Christmas? When was it?
Your birthday, I think.
Wow, look at me not knowing. And I was like, oh my God, this ring is so cute. And Courtney was like, I genuinely think you hate this ring. I'm like, no, I like this ring. She's like, Christopher, I swear I think you hate this. She's like, if you hate it, tell me. And I'm like, no, I think it's so cute. So like I was wearing it for like so long, like whatever. And Courtney's like, do you only wear this when you're with me? I'm like, no, I wear this ring like all the time.
Every time I'm with you, you have it on. And I'm like, why do I feel like you like
no, I genuinely, I mean, I haven't worn it for a while, but I don't know, I haven't.
Shout out Etsy though, because that is really cute. I like the rings. The rings are really cute. Plus, I think this is a wedding. I think this is wedding ring. Figure.
I couldn't guess.
I think it's your left hand.
Well, you're manifesting.
I don't want to get married.
I know. I can't imagine you or I being like, okay, I'm getting married.
Yay!
The day that you tell me, like, Christopher, I'm getting married, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
I remember the one day I was saying, I don't remember. I think I was saying it to you because you were like, girl, no, you don't. I was like, sometimes I just wish my life was just like normal and boring. And like, I was just like married with like a house and like a dog.
Right. I was probably like, girl.
You did. You were like, no, you don't.
Tell another one. There's no fucking way. That doesn't even sound fun. I mean, yeah, being like a stay-at-home mom.
I think like the only reason why is because it's like, I just want a house so that she has a yard.
Right.
Because I'm so sick of like going outside with her when it's like cold outside. No offense, but I'm so cold. Or I am.
Gets
so
married,
cold.
starts a family just
Just
so that
like-
your dog can have a yard. I don't know. People that like have visions of like being married, I'm just like, what for?
Vision board. Do you think porn is cheating?
No.
I'm watching porn.
No, it's not.
I was told that it was cheating. Which is
What?
shocking for a man to say that.
That because he's watching it.
Yeah.
If a man who's in a relationship says, "Oh, I don't watch porn," liar. You're a liar, and you should die. You should die.
Well, I genuinely think he was like a compulsive liar.
Yeah, that scans. No, that scans. I could see that
He
for
would
him.
lie about like the stupidest things. I'm like, can you just like be real for a second?
I mean, you can lie about dumb things, but like, don't lie to me. Lie to people you don't know. Yeah, no, that's weird. For what?
For what?
What is he trying to prove?
Because you know what I said too.
Lie about your favorite color being pink, and it's not.
No, when I asked, because the one day I just asked him like out of nowhere, I was like, "Do you watch it?" And he was like, "No." He's like, "I actually consider that cheating. Do you watch it?" I got silent. I was silenced. And then I was like,
You started sweating.
because it was like nighttime and we were literally like getting ready for bed. Like it was darkness. We were like going like to fall
Not
asleep.
darkness.
It was. And
It was dark.
And it was just quiet. And I said, yeah. And he was like,
Thou shalt not tell lies.
I was like, yeah. And he was like mad. And he was like,
He like rolled
I
over.
consider that cheating. You shouldn't be watching that, blah, blah, blah.
Dude, an insecure man will find any reason to start an argument with you over nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, grow up.
And I was like, well, I don't know. Like, sometimes you're just, like, not here. So, like, what am I going to do?
I guarantee you that you will, like, cry about it.
No, I literally said, well, sometimes you're just, like, not here. So, like, you know, what am I going to do?
That is crazy. That is crazy. I cannot believe you lasted that long with somebody like that. I could
You're
not.
telling me. It's, like, literally embarrassing, cringy to think about.
But everybody needs to, like, I think, go through, like, some
Everybody
psycho
should go through a
relationship.
heartbreak.
I'm thankful that I did. Like,
Because I feel like I grew up after that.
same. I feel like I got cuter, I got wiser, I got funnier, I got kinder, I got nicer,
Fatter.
softer. I gained a little bit of pounds, but that was just from my drinking. That was just from drinking all last summer. I'm 100%. But yeah, no, I definitely.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that I went through something like that because without it, I think I would be like just a very like cold person.
I feel like it's like, well, I feel like after that, I'm more standoffish to like any man that
Like
approaches
you're
me.
not, yeah. Which I'm thankful. Like
I have
think
like no time for that.
it did the opposite effect on both of us. Like I think it made you like a little bit, yeah, like more like harder, and that made me I feel like a little bit more softer, but like for like in a, like a good way. Like
Yeah.
I'm more receptive to like people, I think, and like more aware of people's like feelings and whatnot. But I don't know, I'm thankful for it. What was the shirt I sent you? I like my men quiet.
Yeah.
I like my men mute.
You should have gotten that.
Or I said to a coworker today, I'm like, my dream man doesn't have a mouth. Like, I will manifest his mouth just so, like I blink and it's gone.
I want my boyfriend like from
Period.
you know what? He had the baddie on that show too, and that's because he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I want a man with green hair.
Green hair, no mouth. That is kind of that low key looks like the guys that you're into. I don't have a type as long as I don't have a type as long as you just don't talk. I'm interested. Oh, you can't speak? Love you.
Oh, you can't speak.
Sign language? I'm sold.
Let's make out. Would you date somebody that
We're not discussing this, I promise.
Why?
Would I date somebody who's deaf?
Yeah. I should have taken ASL, but I was like committed and just like
Learning French?
it's not like I really wanted to do French, but like I already took it. I think I was already taking it for 2 years before they actually had ASL as an option.
Yeah. What
And I was
percentage?
like, well,
What percentage of the French language do you think you know?
literally like nothing.
What percent?
Like maybe
After what? How many years? 3 years?
3 years. I should be like, honestly, I should have been like fluent by 3 years. I remember we had to sing a song.
Wait, how do you say hi? I forget.
Bonjour?
Oh yeah, bonjour. Je m'appelle Chris.
Yeah, je m'appelle.
How do you say how are you?
It was like come.
Come stai? That's Italian.
It was come something.
Girl, you couldn't even last. If you went to France, you would be
No,
down
but
and out.
listen. In my last year of doing it, we had to sing a song
In French?
in French.
Ooh.
And
By yourself?
I actually think I did surprisingly really well.
No way.
Yeah. We had to memorize a song in French.
I remember when I was in Spanish, I took 12 years of Spanish. My Spanish is amazing. Low key. I'm pretty good at Spanish. Like when I was in Mexico, I was like popping off. Anyway, we had to do like a presentation, like a video presentation. And the one girl who did it, to say Mickey Mouse in Spanish, she referred to him as Mickey Raton. And so I'm like, Mickey
That's
Mouse.
awesome.
Mickey Mouse in Spanish is just Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
he's
because he's
a
a
proper
character.
noun. And so she kept referring to him as Mickey Raton. I'm like,
dude,
bitch,
that's so funny.
you better work. Mickey Rat. Like
Mickey Rat.
the fact that the most famous child cartoon is a fucking rat is crazy. All right, everybody. That is it for episode 5. We discussed a lot of should we put a trigger warning for this one too? Anyways, that was episode number 5. Lucky number 5. And we'll see you.
Rate us 5 out of 5. We are on Spotify now.
We are on Spotify, so if you can download, I don't really know how that works, but if you could download the episode, low key, I feel like we're kind of better to listen to than to watch, because I feel like we're a little bit too distracting to watch, but if you listen to us...
But if you want to see me looking sexy, then you should probably watch us and subscribe to our YouTube.
And thank you so much for joining us in the bathroom this week.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.